episode of Desire to Inspire, your mama's favorite podcast.
I thought you forgot how to do it for a second.
No, it's just like, it's so weird, dude. When we like stack up episodes and we don't do one for a couple weeks, it literally feels like an eternity.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Because like then we also like don't talk as much. Granted, like I've been out of town and you've been working out of town. So like we really haven't talked at all. But even then, like I try to avoid, there's things I want to tell you, but I've been waiting to tell you on air.
Yep.
So we don't get to talk about everything in depth.
That's a fact. But the boys are back. The boys are bussing. The boys are buzzing.
Feeling good, man. Feeling real good.
Real good. The week that this comes out, when you guys are fucking listening to it, your boy will be on his way or at Chattanooga for the 70.3 Ironman.
How you feeling?
Man, I can't lie. I can't fucking lie. I am feeling good all around. And does that mean that I'm going to have a blowout time? Does that mean, like, what does that mean? Blah, blah. I keep trying to, like, psychoanalyze things and look very in-depth on stuff, but I'm deterring my mind from going that way.
Are you, like, tapering your expectations because your only goal is really to finish? Or has it shifted and do you have other goals?
No, I don't have other goals. My goal is to just finish. But I do want to make sure that I'm pushing my limits, that I'm getting the most out of it, that I do the best that I can. But there's a lot more just like reflection on this topic, because it's almost as if it's like when an alcoholic is in recovery and they always constantly have to tell people like, I'm this many days sober. Or somebody that's off of drugs has to be like, I'm this many years clean. Like
you mean you're telling people like, I'm 8 days away from a 70.3?
No, what I mean is that people that go through those, like, this is a very weird comparison, but stick with me.
I'm here.
People that go through traumatic things or that have overcome something always constantly have to get reminded of that thing, because people are like, oh, how many days sober are you? Oh, you're clean. How many years from alcohol? And it always constantly has to remind them of what this like past was, instead of focusing on like the good. Instead of being like, what do you do now with your spare time? Or what habits did you instill into your life? Or what do you focus on? Or what are you reading? Or what motivates you to just go out there and be the inspiration, to share your voice, share your story? But instead it's like, oh, tell me about when you were an alcoholic. Tell me what that journey was like. Let me know the stories. Like constantly having to reiterate the hard times. And it's especially like, even if you lose somebody who was that stigma to somebody, that's all they bring up. They don't bring up the good, the positive, the things outside of that. It's always like there's a shadow that has to be casted over these things. And I don't know if it's because people are uncomfortable talking about it, because people can't comprehend like that somebody can change and can be different. And so the way that I look at this, like Ironman is almost in the same thing. It's like people ask you one question: what's your fucking goal time? What's your finish time? What do you want to do? But they don't ask the story of like, why did I get in this? Why did I do it? Why did I make the commitment to go out there and swim 1.2 miles, which is actually 1.4 in this swim, to ride 56 miles, to run 13.1 miles? Why did I sign up to take on something when I'm traveling 4 or 5 days out of the week, to pick up and wake up at 4 a.m. to go and do my bike, to jump in the water, even though it's one of my biggest fears, to get in the pool and swim? Nobody asks those questions. And so it reminds me of people that I know who have once been in a position that was very challenging, very this, very that always constantly have to be reminded of it, because people are so small-minded when thinking, interacting, involving, understanding that like, yo, why haven't you asked, like, what have you done the last 6 years of your life? It's cool that you were once this, it is that, but like, what are those things now? How have you evolved? Like it just makes no sense to me. And so I think of it this way, because like, dude, there's a fucking story before this. There's going to be a story after that. There's a story that's going on right now. Like I wasn't just this ultra human that wanted to go out and do these fucking absurd things.
You think you're an ultra human now?
No. Maybe.
It's okay.
I will say that I do feel more ultra human than I ever have before, because this thing has pushed me in directions that I've never been challenged. It's pushed me in ways that I've never thought I would get pushed. It's making me do something that I never thought I would do. And guess what? It's inspiring people along the way. It's making me be able to share my story to then encourage somebody else to just go out there and walk, or to go out there and pick their bike up again, or go out there and motivate somebody else to get started with them. And so the weird comparison and analogy, I hope that you can like visualize why I'm not focusing on this time. Because one, I've never done this before. I've never been through it. So I'm on this journey. I'm on this road.
I would have advised you not to have a time goal anyways.
Yeah, and you've been one that hasn't like pressure or really like brought that up.
Well, there's not a lot of things I can bring up around it, because I know like that, especially with the podcast, you're specifically, I know we're going to talk about it here. Mm-hmm. And I know that specific things like you're waiting to talk about until it's over, because it is that reflection thing. But to like, I do get the comparison you're making where it's like they just harp on one thing and it's all just whatever it's going to be. But I wouldn't even say that it's like that they're small-minded. I would argue like that they don't actually give a fuck. And it's like surface level, and it's like the obligatory question. It's like, oh, hey, how are things going? Like with an addict. Or like, how many days sober are you? It's just the easy questions. It's just like when you fucking walk up to somebody, hey, man, how's it going? What do you do for a living? It's just these basic questions. I don't think there's enough intentionality and depth in most people's conversations.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the disconnect, is that you're someone who wants deeper conversation. You want that connection, and most people just aren't that way, because I'm the same way. But I know that a lot of people don't want to go there or aren't comfortable going there. Yeah. Which is the bigger problem.
Yeah, that is true, because like I even watch these like celebrities that are doing interviews and getting questioned by people, and
I had the same thing at the same time. I literally felt it rise up my chest.
And so when this podcast gets to a scale where we're getting guests like that, I can't wait, because I truly believe that we will ask them different questions than what they're used to. I watch these amazing fucking people have these amazing fucking things that they're doing. Jelly Roll, MGK, Post Malone, like all of these different people that are idols out here in this world. Like Jelly Roll is motivating me in other ways than just music. MGK's music brought me out of a dark slump. Like Post Malone changing genres and like showing who his authentic self is. Like all these different things. They get on these podcasts and people only ask them about their music career. Oh, what about this song? Oh, what about this collab? Oh, it's like, dude, why aren't you asking Jelly Roll about this lyric in his song where he talks about throwing his phone out the window once a year, or where he fucking has struggled with demons, or when MGK is on a podcast and he's saying, oh, I feel so uncomfortable right now, I'm just in a weird spot. Like, why aren't you pressing to like pull some good out? Have him talk about his daughter and all the amazing things that he does for the city of Cleveland and all these. There's so much more to people. But like you said, is it that people don't care? Or is it really that we can't genuinely try and connect with somebody on a different level than what they're known for?
Yeah, I mean, I think that in general, as a people, we're self-absorbed. Mm-hmm. We are obviously going to care more about us than anyone else. But they're looking for a way to connect. And if off of a surface level, most people can't connect with an addict unless it's through relational. Like, most people can't connect with an Ironman. So what do? They just ask a surface level question. Like, they don't have anything to find that common ground with these extreme things, because they are both very extreme things, obviously very different things, but it's just an extreme, and it's very easy to find common ground with everyday people who are in the same jobs, or you see them at the same bars, or you do this thing. But like when somebody is tailoring their whole life to a different lifestyle, whatever that might be, it's going to be a lot harder to have that conversation.
Yeah. Because another one, too, that strikes my head is Dana White. He gets on these podcasts and people are like, oh, I see that this conversation. And that it's just
it's all about what fight's coming up next.
Yeah, what fight's coming up next? Oh, I see that you're into red light and cold plunge therapy. Or, oh, I saw that you supported Trump in this. Or it's, I don't know, man. And so, again, the reason I bring this up and the reason that I'm saying that is because I feel like people will be able to visually and conceptualize like different areas in their life where they might be able to be like, oh, I can pull this situation out of like what we're talking about right now, or I understand this, and ultimately like have people get seen a little bit more. Because again, if we have those deeper conversations, if we're asking those deeper, hard-hitting questions, or even if somebody's like, yeah, I'm training for an Ironman, why? Oh, well, blah, 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 why? Oh, blah. Like you ask why, and you can have a conversation for 5 hours. And obviously you don't just sit there and say why, but you ask probing questions that lead into that next thing.
But people pigeonhole you. You're one thing to most people. That's the thing. Like, they don't want to see all angles. Like, this is who you are. This is what I'm going to talk to you about. Like, you have different relationships. It's actually weird because, like, I have different relationships with different groups of people. Like, me and you will talk about one thing. Me and my family will talk about this. Me and my other friends will talk about this. Me and people at Run Club talk about this. And it's like, all of them don't really know, like, the fully encompassed version of me. And, like, that in itself is a totally different topic because, like, no one. Like, I don't care if you live with them. I don't care how close you are. Like, no one fully knows you.
Yeah.
And it's actually fucking unreal to think about, like, no one ever will.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all struggle. We all deal with things. We all do stuff, like, that is behind a curtain because, again, like, cast judgment and opinions and all these different things. So it all simultaneously or consecutively, like, rolls into each other. But yeah, it's just, I want to talk about this training, and I want to afterwards write like a news article and do a daily drive-by of like what it was like crossing that finish line. But there's things right now that we can touch on that are prior to all of that, because your boy's been in training for what, 6+ months now? 7+ months, something like that. Sponsor time. You guys know the deal. Here at DTI, we want to help people live a healthier, happier lifestyle. We're excited to partner with First Form because their mission is to impact one person's life a day. First Form gives us the capabilities to help you guys reach and achieve the goals you set forth. Utilize First Form through their supplement or their merchandise to live a more active lifestyle, putting yourself first and prioritizing the things that are important. Try First Form today with the link below. Back to the show. And the race is here. It's happening in 2 days from when this podcast drops.
It'd be wild if we were sitting here 2 days before.
That would be insane. Ryan would be like, why the fuck aren't you in Chattanooga yet?
On the way, right after this episode.
Yeah, but it's cool because obviously, you know that I got a support team going out there with me. Shout out to everybody that's going with me or with one of the other tribal athletes, because we got team dinners where everybody's going to get together. We got writing sessions. We got the pre-runs, bikes, swims. So I wish I would have probably got there Thursday. I didn't realize that we were going to have a team swim at 9 a.m. on Friday. So I won't be able to make it to that, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wrote down a bunch of things of like why I signed up for it, how it changed my life, what I've learned. So I don't know. Should we run into those things and just tell the story, or are there questions that you have around it?
No, I didn't know if you'd want to talk about it beforehand, so I didn't prepare anything. I'm definitely going to have we'll have a whole interview post-race for sure. Like, there's a lot of things, especially not being there, that I'm going to want to know. But, like, leading up to it, I don't know how much you want to talk about. I don't know what you want to give away, so I'm going to let you lead the discussion, and I'll jump in where I have questions.
Yeah. So, new and old, no matter when you've joined or listened to these podcasts, I think that it's important to just talk about this Ironman again, because it is like my identity right now. It's what I'm spending the most time on and in outside of like my 9-to-5 job. So much so that it's taken obligation away and focus away of different areas in my life that are real important. And I feel like that's just recently over the last like 2 or 3 weeks, some stuff has gotten pushed a little bit to the back burner, but not in a bad way, but because like I have to finish strong. This isn't just something that I can blindly go into. And so when I'm not training and doing those sessions and I'm done traveling for work, then I'm looking stuff up on the course. I'm understanding like where the aid stations are. I'm understanding like, okay, I still have to get X, Y, and Z for my fuel. And so I'm going through all of these different things. But the main reason that I even went down this journey was because of the people that I have in my life. You, Tone, Jay Bird, Matt, who else? social media like influences like Nick Bear that I've started following because of you. Like there's just so many people out there right now that have gotten me to a point to be able to like have the confidence to sign up for something like this. 2 years ago, we did the half marathon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The year before that, we did a Spartan race.
I think it was actually the same year.
Was it?
I think the lift thing, the Spartan race, and the half might have all been the same year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I signed up for it because of those influences that I have in my life. And as I sat there and reflected one day in the car when I was on a 4-hour travel in Florida somewhere, I was like, why did I sign up for this? Like, why did I do that? This is so out of the ordinary for me. This is not something that I ever, like, it never even clicked on my radar of, like, why would I do this? And for a couple of years, you had been pushing me to go to the Do Hard Things conference. And I've noticed that there's things in my life that I would get deterred away from or say no to or not even give the time or attention because it was like, oh, that's $700. Oh, this is $400. Oh, it's $200 to sign up for this race. And so as I'm processing of like, how did I get here? Like, why did I start training for this? I was like, damn, I have to be super grateful for those people that are around me. And it doesn't even have to be just the people doing like endurance, like my sister and my mom. They're motivating me in ways, and the way that they talk and we curate conversations and the drive that we have of just like life and people passing away that are close to me or people going through cancer that I see. Like all of these things are representations of like why I want to make the most out of life, why I want to create memories and moments. And did I ever think that it would be down an Ironman path or a half marathon or a Spartan race? No, I didn't. But what's really important, and what's one thing that I'm extremely grateful for this brand that we're building, is that it showed me what my 4 pillars are: faith, family, fitness, future. And being able to take that first one of fitness, showing up for myself daily so that way I can show up for everything and everyone else in my life, it made me start taking that serious. From the time that I went to that gym in Dallas to go work out. Why did I do that? I have no fucking idea. That's faith. God was looking out for me because I was in such a dark place. Went there, I started this journey. Then I get around you and other people that are doing these different things, and one thing led to another, and the next thing you know, it's like, holy shit, I just signed up for the biggest challenge of my life, physically.
Yeah.
And I had bought that bike, the Trek bike, simply because I hated running so much. So I was like, all right, well, this will at least get me out there to do some sort of cardio. But again, without people like harping and hammering like, hey, just come out for a little bit. Hey, come out for this one. Come out for that one. Those 1 mile runs that we would go on compounded to 2. Then they compounded to 3. Then it compounded to 4. Then it compounded to half marathons. And now it's compounding to a fucking Ironman. And so it's cool because if you fucking start small and just lace up your shoes to go out for a walk, you will soon realize that you will start feeling better, you will have more energy, and you will want more out of it. And so next thing you know, you lace up those shoes, and as you're on the walk, you're like, let me run to that stop sign. You start running to that fucking stop sign, and you get there, and you're like, hell yeah. Wow, I hated that. That sucked. But then you go out again, and you keep walking, you keep feeling better. Then next thing you know, you're running to 2 stop signs, and then that turns into running a mile, and then it keeps building and building. And so it was really all of those like small stepping stones over the last 4, 5, 6 years, from when I was at my darkest to where I'm at now, that has gotten me to a place where it's like, I need that physical challenge. It's not that I want it. I need it. I need to be out there. I need to be challenging myself because nobody leaves these fucking exercises. Nobody leaves them. And it's like, man, I shouldn't have fucking done that. And I will harp on that till the day I fucking die, that when you do something that physically exerts energy, it might be hard during that time, but it's supposed to be, you will not regret it at the end of it.
I'm going to tell you right now, welcome, because this isn't the end. I can tell already. You might not want to do another Ironman after this, but the fact that like you need the physical challenge, I don't know what you're going to do next. I'm not even going to try to speculate, but I can promise you that this is not going to be the last thing. Because it's what every single race, dude, it's like, I'm going to do a half, and that's like, okay, cool, I'm going to do 1 marathon, and I'm going to be done. And then I do more, and then I never want to do a Spartan race, really, but I was like, I'll do it with the group. It's for DTI, let's do it. Do it. Keep doing more marathons. Next thing you know, I'm running fucking 69 miles in 12 hours. And it's like, it's addicting, man. So like to bring back your normal comparison, it is addicting, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's something that like once you feel it, it's like, how do I get it again?
Yeah. Yeah. There are some of you watching this where you're like, fuck that. I'm never going to sign up for a marathon or an Ironman. And guess what? I don't want you to. I just want you to lace up your fucking shoes, go hit the sidewalk, start walking, breathing in fresh air, seeing the sunlight, and tell me that does not change your mood.
While we were just home, Mandy's dad said something about like, I won't jog because like you never see anybody smiling while they're jogging. Like people don't make it look fun and happy. I'm like, Mandy was like, you should go watch Still Run.
Like, dude, it blows my mind because there are so many people. I was once this person, and sometimes I fall back into this hole, but there are so many people that complain about stuff in life that I promise if you started using your body, you would not complain about. People complain and bitch about getting old and, oh my God, I'm getting old and just wait until you're my age. Just wait until... No, motherfucker. How about you get your ass up off the couch? How about you stop asking your grandkids to do stuff for you? How about you go and wash your own car instead of driving through a car wash? How about you fucking mow your own grass instead of hiring somebody? Do stuff that exerts energy out of your body. And I'm telling you, 60 will feel like 50. 80 will feel like 60. You'll feel decades younger because you're keeping up with your muscle and you're keeping your body moving. Imagine just fucking hammering a gas pedal on a car and expecting it to just go forever. That car is going to break sometime. Imagine building a house and then just treating it like shit, not doing anything with it to upkeep it to whatever. It's going to deteriorate. It's going to start falling apart. The second that we don't prioritize ourselves and our physical health in our life, getting up early.
It's a good analogy.
Going for work. What?
The house one. That was good.
It's facts, bro.
We never said it that way. That was good.
It's facts.
Because no one's just going to let their house go to shit. People are always going to be doing stuff to make sure it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's functioning properly.
Your house is a representation of you. Your car is a representation of you. Guess what? You don't see a fucking skinny, successful person getting out of a junk-filled pile car. You don't see a fucking rich-ass person. I'm not even talking rich as in like this. I'm talking rich as in spirit, rich as in health, rich as in enjoying job and their family. You don't see them with overgrown grass, broken windows, dirty-ass side paneling. Dude, your house, all these things that you have, the materialistic stuff is a representation of who you are. It tells people how you're living. I guarantee you, we could walk this development and be like, that person probably sleeps in and doesn't even go to work on time. Oh, that person probably doesn't shower before they get their day started. Because again, if you're not going to take care of the stuff you have that you've worked for, you're not going to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so no matter what age you are, fucking 18 years old or 83 years old, like my granny who's 93 should be doing 1-pound dumbbells. My granny should be getting up and out of her chair with no weights, just standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down. Your dad should be going to the kitchen and getting snacks for the grandkids instead of the grandkids getting snacks for him. I'm not saying that happens, but it's just an analogy. Maybe it does. If so, Tommy T, you know better than that. But it's my mom, like my uncle or somebody would get on me because my mom was taking the trash to the trash can outside.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, Freddie, do that for your mother. And I'm like, no, she's got it. And again, that's not me being disrespectful and being like, I'm not doing this for my mom, but that's good for her. Guess what? My mom's out there with a rake. That's good for her. If I tell my mom, hey, I got this, go in there. No, what's better is me being like, hey, let me grab a rake too and help you.
Optic Nerve was our very first sponsor here at the Desire to Inspire podcast, and it's still one that we are pumped to be partnered up with today. I was linked up with them when I was living in Colorado. They are owned and operated out of Vail, and all of their products get tested in the mountains, so you know that it's built for an active lifestyle. Freddie and I rock these things all the time. They are made with planet-friendly materials from recycled plastics to natural wood, and every pair comes with a lifetime warranty. So, I mean, what are you really doing? Hit the link in our bio, support DTI, support Optic Nerve, look fly doing it. Whether you're just out enjoying a nice stroll or getting active, Optic Nerve has got your back. So go to opticnerve.com and use code DTI for 20% off your order today. That's opticnerve.com, code DTI.
All of these little fucking things, dude, will make us better in life. But again, the older we get, we just get this analogy in our head that if we sit around, we're going to be fine. If we sit around, we're going to have the same energy. If we sit around, we won't have aches and pains. Move your fucking body. I'm not saying go to the gym. I'm not saying sign up for a half Ironman. I'm not saying sign up for Pilates classes.
But you can.
You can, but just fucking do stuff. My mom, when I'm home, hey, come with me to take the trash bins to the end of the driveway. Okay. Guess what? Now she's getting fucking steps in. Now she's using her arm muscles. Now we're bonding. She's making me better. I'm making her better. So it's just, I don't know. I'm finding a deep passion for this because, again, I see how much it's impacted me. But not only that, I see people in my life just deteriorating and not believing the concept of just going out there and walking the sidewalks, the streets. It's free. You don't need anything for that.
It's hard to see it when no one else is doing it. And like, even like the wait till you're my age, they believe that because they see everyone else their age around them in the same boat. But if you get out of that environment, you're going to see people your age thriving.
Yeah.
Dude, there's fucking people our parents' age, our grandparents' age at every fucking race we go to. Beating us.
Yes.
Like, you do it now, you're going to be fine. And yeah, you might be a little late to the game starting now, but wouldn't you rather start?
All you got to do is start. That shit compounds on each other. It's as simple as that. Going outside, getting steps in, soaking in the fresh air, breathing and seeing the light, like all of that stuff. Leave your fucking phone at home. You don't need it. Soak it in. Hear the birds. Notice the trees changing. That's all people have to do just to start this journey. And they will feel better day over day. And guess what? Every day, they'll walk a little bit more. That step count will go up a little bit more. Then they'll start pulling people in that they love because they're like, hey, you want to walk to the end of the driveway with me? Hey, you want to park in the back of the parking lot today so we can get more steps going in the grocery store? It's just little stuff like that, man. And again, like, I am just exuding the charisma and passion around this because it's so simple, dude. It is so fucking simple. It doesn't have to be these grand things, and that's why I'm trying to bring it to reality when I'm talking about this Ironman, because if I solely talk about the Ironman and the long distances and the early mornings, it's not going to resonate with anyone. And so what I've learned is, like, this journey that I'm on, this can be people as well. They can wake up at 5 o'clock and go hit the treadmill. They can wake up at 5 o'clock and go walk their block. It's the same thing as me going out there and getting my runs in. It just time-wise might look a little bit different. It's just pace-wise might look a little bit different. But there is no reason why these things all can't look the same and go in tandem. So that way, no matter what stage of the game you're at, it's reciprocated, it's heard, it's understood across all demographics of age, gender, all of that.
That's actually like a big area of content that I feel like we need to tap into after this. Like, relate all this shit into daily tangible items, because you're right. Like, what we do is unattainable for a lot of people. At least, like, it seems that way to start. So, like, we need to actually come, I don't want to say dumb it down because that always sounds bad, but essentially, yeah, like, water it down and, like, help people understand it at a base level. Yeah.
Because, like, even the watering down, it's like, no, this is just taking it and putting it in context so that way Kim and Beth and Joe understand it. Because Billy, Bob, and Danny might understand at a different level. And so, again, there's tiers to all of this stuff, but that doesn't mean that all those tiers can't work out together, do things together, communicate together. And so it's a constant reminder of why that's more important day in and day out of my life, your life, and why we need to do a better job of documenting these things, of talking about these things. Again, when I told you, like, I didn't expect to talk about how I felt when you said you weren't coming to Chattanooga.
Yeah.
But, like, bro, it's because of that, because I see what it does for us. There's too many people out there hurting right now that are too quiet, that are too scared to send us a message to start. There's too many people out there that don't want to admit that they've gained 100 pounds, that they lost all their muscle mass, that they were once the high school stud that is now overweight and doesn't do anything. Like, people don't want to admit this stuff, but if we can communicate and we can reciprocate what it's like at their level or how they can get started, it's going to bring more people in. I mean, like, our client stories are now having an impact where it's drawing people to us. Imagine if we can keep pulling that and creating this fucking tsunami, dude.
It's a lot of momentum that needs capitalized on.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's not a better time for us to capitalize on it than right now.
Yeah. And again, capitalizing isn't in a sense of anything other than we got one more person to put a little bit of focus in different areas of their life to make them better, which is in turn making us better.
Yep.
And in turn growing this to make it better, to make the noise that it's supposed to. See, people sign up as like coaches and personal trainers, and it's like, hey, let me take you from this to having 6-pack abs. Yep. Hardly anybody wants 6-pack abs, dude.
I would love them.
Yeah, but whatever. You might like them, but 90 other people don't like them. It doesn't matter how much weight you lift. It doesn't matter none of this matters. It's just using your body to fuel the future. Because pretty soon we're all going to get fucking washed up anyways and wear fucking headsets and generate power through like a treadmill.
I don't know, man. What you sent me today was that today you sent that?
Yeah.
It's an interesting take.
It's very interesting.
And I kind of believe it.
Yeah.
And if I'm a believer from anybody, it's going to be him.
Right.
We're being vague purposefully.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that we don't need to go down. Dude, I just want everyone to live a happier, healthier life. Like, it's so easy to. But, again, it's so scary and daunting, and it's unknown until you have somebody that, like, puts it into perspective and can be like, look, this is where your life's at right now. Let's tailor this little thing, and let's work on that for a little bit.
Yep.
Let's switch this a little bit. Let's blah, blah, blah. And then next thing you know, that fucking, you're doing it on your own. You're motivating other people. You're not having to worry about other people motivating you, because motivation's fucking stupid.
Fleeting.
Discipline's where it's at.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to talk about pre-race?
Let's see. What were some of the talking?
We kind of went on a tangent there and just started dogging people.
Yeah, I got like how it changed my life. I kind of alluded to that right now. What I've learned, I've alluded to that. One thing I haven't.
You don't have to touch on them yet if you don't want to. The post-race episode, I want it to be longer and in-depth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we don't have to. I like the way and where that conversation was. I think it got the main point out of just like, I had no idea why I signed up for this in the beginning. Truthfully, it is because of your fucking ass taking me to the Do Hard Things conference and then being like, oh, let me test my limits. And then I was like, oh, it's kind of cute that Tone and Dylan have run marathons. I'm going to do a fucking triathlon, or I'm going to do a fucking Ironman. And so, again, it's just having those people around me in my life that, one, I want to pay tribute to and say thank you. But two, how can I not use a big, scary Ironman to influence and have other people hear my message and not just tune it out?
Yeah. Well, regardless of how the next 2 days play out, I'm proud of you for putting in the work. You got here. It's behind you. And a year ago, wouldn't have even been a thought.
Nope.
Would not have even been a thought.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did you think that I was going to stick to it and actually follow through?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I wish you would have signed up a little earlier and saved some money.
Yeah.
But, like, I never questioned, like, are you committed to it? Like, if you say you're doing it, you're investing money in yourself. You're investing a lot of time. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's weird that like 6 months or 6 weeks out, I was in my head like, do I need to do this, or did I actually like already take away everything that I needed to? And it was kind of like a battle that I was playing in my head.
I think arguably, no, you don't need to do it. But it's more like, I always say, it's like the celebration of the hard work that's went into it. Like the race is nothing. Like the race is just a combination of the last 6+ months.
Yep. But
you made it. You officially made it. Because people are now talking shit about you, just like they talk shit about me. So, congrats, dude.
Thanks, man.
It's not just watch pigs anymore. It's your 4 a.m. workouts, and that's how you know, though. We're on to something, man. And I'm going to assume that you're now an Ironman, but I'm not going to put that out in the universe yet. We'll wait to congratulate you formally.
There we go.
But I am proud of you, man. It's a lot of work, and I'm pumped to see how you finish.
I appreciate it, brother. You gonna close this out?
I guess.
There we go.
That's all we got, guys. Have the desire to inspire. Kiss your mama for us. Is that all we say? I feel like there was an extra line in there and I could not pull it out of anywhere.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. Kiss your mom.
It's on.
Peace. I was like, that one's going to be backwards. I can't do that.